Hello, Shading. This is B. Would you check the electronic focus on 8 and the video level, please?
We'll be in there in 20 seconds from now. We'll come in on camera 9 on the 2-shot. Then we'll do the billboard and come to you, 6. And then we'll go to color film.
This is Channel 2 in Houston, KPRC TV, the Houston Post Station.
Stand by. Mike, kill him.
Good evening. I'm Larry Rasco reporting for Jax. Police are still piecing together details of a major 3-car pileup on the Southwest Freeway late this evening.
Roll color news.
I'm Ray Miller, and my job is directing the KPRC News Service, which reports Houston, Texas, and world developments to the Houston radio and television audience 45 times a day. To the viewer and the listener, it may seem easy. We hope it does. But by the time the last news report is broadcast from here each night, a staff of 15 reporters and cameramen has put in a long and often trying day to keep you abreast of the exciting and routine stories, the continuing and the unexpected events that make up the day's news.
KPRC newsman Will Sinclair begins his day long before the sun rises.
Good morning, Will Sinclair, KPRC News. Christie's restaurant at the 6700 block of Main caught fire last night. Firemen say most of the damage was from smoke and water, and a short circuit caused it. Hundreds of workers scrubbed Mexico City's airport.
A horse fancier who came here from San Antonio will feels right at home next to the early morning farm program. His radio news broadcasts inform listeners of the many changes that occurred in the world while they slept.
24-hour informal visit as head of the American delegation to the unveiling of a statue of Abraham Lincoln tomorrow on the 101st anniversary of Lincoln's assassination. This is Will Sinclair, KPRC Hotline News.
As the city begins to stir, other KPRC newsmen are out on the streets, feeling the first tentative pulse of the new day. Reporter-cameraman Don Lampkin begins his day at the Houston Police Department, where, as the city wakes, police dispatchers start receiving the inevitable rush of complaints.
Dispatch you for Young. What is this place of business you're at now? Is this the place of business?
There are the usual reports of missing milk bottles, vandalism, breakings and enterings, burglaries, and frequent reports of violence and death.
Where are they at now?
What's happening?
It's very quiet. Nothing going on.
Hold on a minute, Don. I think we may have a shooting working this time. Well, at Westheimer at Westland, the used car lot is unknown whether it's hijacked or what the disease is.
Westheimer and
Westland.
Tom has a shooting at Wesleyan and Westheimer.
We have been charged with murder.
How many, Don?
The first information is passed to newsman Tom Fox, an Arkansas native and graduate of the University of Missouri Journalism School, who prepares and broadcasts the 7:45 radio newscast, and also the day's first television news report. Fox will continue checking the story by telephone.
I'm on my way.
Pick up for investigation of a shooting, also possible robbery by firearms.
Reporter Lampkin, a former newspaperman in Rosenberg and El Campo, goes to the scene seeking further information and photographing the film story that will tell television viewers much more than can a written or spoken report.
A 65 Chevrolet, black in color, hard top. Car was last seen traveling south on Wesleyan toward the Southwest Freeway. Partial license number, Nora Mary, numerals unknown.
Hello, newsroom. This is 4. I've got a tape. All right, Don, the tape's rolling. You can take 5 and go, please.
Police are putting out an all-points bulletin for 3 young men seen driving away from the scene of a shooting death near the intersection of Wesleyan and Westheimer. The identity of the victim or that of the suspects has not been released, but officers say witnesses heard the shots, then saw the men fleeing in an old model car. This is Don Lampkin, KPRC News at the scene.
Sun Valley, near Timberside, box 4977, 10:32 a.m., KK 498.
All right, Don, you can tell them I've got it.
101.
Okay, Don.
There is a late-breaking police story in Houston in the news at this hour. KPRC's Don Lampkin is in mobile unit number 4 and has this report.
Police are putting out an all-points bulletin for 3 young men seen driving away from the scene of a shooting death near the intersection.
But that report from the scene reaches listeners almost immediately with all of the available facts, keeping them informed of each development as it occurs.
Witnesses heard the shots, then saw the men fleeing in an old model car. This is Don Lampkin, KPRC News at the scene.
The KPRC newsroom is the center of our operation. From here, I keep in touch with all the reporters in the field, watch developing situations, and make all the assignments. Jack, you go ahead to the bio.